Akhalos, but this time it's aggressive. Let's get into it. Okay then, hopping into the first battle, yeah, I can notice that they have a lot of icicles, actually like half their team. Normal one, alpha one, and a gamma one. I actually don't have a gamma icicle, which is a little bit upsetting. Hopefully I can get one, but yeah, could be a bag of tricks, not really sure, so hopefully it goes pretty well, I guess. Okay then, I think I'm gonna go with this team. I'm gonna lead off with the Blowtorch so I get some icicle traps up, because they have got Ikazune, but it might be fine. Also, yeah, Whippledrift as a lead could be very scary. Could be very, very scary. Because we actually don't outspeed it with Akhalos, but what I can do, which is what I've actually done in this battle, I brought Eurosnack to give me a little bit of speed control, so I can actually try to outspeed it if I baffle on it. So I will go for the... I still want Icicle Traps up, but I think it's actually just worth me swapping straight up now. Because most people are going to go for Magnify first, and then they're going to click Air Blade. And at -1 speed, I think I can actually outspeed Whippledrift since we're running Nimble still. So it goes for the Magnify, yep. Most likely now going to go for the Air Blade, which Jusnak should hopefully be able to tank because of tank. So yeah, we can just go for the Baffle. And they'd have like the clips to swap in for this, so yeah. Wait, I outspeed it? Oh! They're Beguivin. I always forget how to pronounce the name, but they're basically stat gifting it. That's what the original name was. So yeah. Also, I should probably mention, also I did get it right, most likely into Ikazune maybe? Or Metronet, could be Metronet. It's Ikazune. We can actually just stay in here and just click Hydro / Len. See you later, bro. So yeah, so the difference between like the secret ability and the body, not the body one. I just saw body slam, that's why. Also, see you later, Ikazune. We outspeed Ikazune naturally anyway, but it's nice that we got the baffle on it, I guess. But the difference between the secret ability aggressive Akhalos and the normal Aqua Body Akhalos is that I feel like the normal ability is probably better. The secret ability does offer you like the option to like just snowball sweeping. We can actually probably tank a hit from Nevermere, to be honest. I mean, we're like pretty generally like bulky overall. I'm actually going to risk it. I think we might be able to. Crystal Slash, even if it crits me, I think... Yeah, we like just barely live, nice. And I can just health gift into it. So yeah, this should be like another KO. And the next thing, if we outspeed it, we could just keep going. But yeah, that's nice. So yeah, secret ability is like pretty good for like just snowballing your team. Because yeah, if you can get a Bron boost up still, which I still have. And then I can just do mega damage. And if I get a KO, I can then do even more damage to the next thing. But I feel like the normal ability is a little bit better because also it gives you a resistance to fire rather than being neutral, especially like Eruptodon now. So I feel like the normal ability is better, and also you can get burnt, whereas this one can get shut down pretty easily with just a burn. So it's up to you. Oh, Impersonate. That's actually a pretty good try, man. That's a pretty good try. We'll go for health gift just instantly, honestly. Just instantly back into my Akhalos, okay? Probably shouldn't really do that, but Nevermere's out of the picture, okay? And it... Oh, Gamma Pulse, okay, cool. I like that. I actually really like that. Okay, then, we can go back into Akhalos now, though. So yeah, it's really up to you. I think it's still worth, like, getting the secret ability Akhalos if you want to use it, like, later in the game, I guess, but... For now, I would definitely recommend like running the normal ability. Like the set, which also will be at the end of the video, is basically the same. The only difference is I'm running Hydro Slash instead of Aqua Jaws. For like the normal ability one, like lowering melee defense, I think is kind of nice. Especially like if you're predicting something swapping into you, and it lets like, I guess, potentially wall break through stuff like Luminami. So it's really up to you. Although for the secret ability one, I feel like Hydro Slash is better, because also it has a 100% crit rate, for me, 95%, I mean, not 100% crit rate, 100% accuracy. Aqua Jaws has 95%, which for me, generally misses, unfortunately. And also, I'm just gonna click Bron Boost a couple of times, okay, I'm sorry, it's just happening. Gain Drain, okay, that kind of sucks. That actually kind of sucks. But also, Hydro Slash has a high critical hit chance, which means it's more like the critical hit. And for the aggressive one, which is mostly here to do as much damage as possible, I'm going to use Hydro Slash because better chance to crit, more damage. So that's why I'm actually doing the Hydro Slash. And on the normal ability one, Hydro Slash is still fine. I prefer Aqua Jaws. It's just personal preference. We'll Hydro Slash now low to also get some damage. Might critical hit, you never know. We don't, unfortunately. Just gain drain again, which is fine. Escal can't really do any damage to us, really. Like, yeah, it has got bag of tricks, but even if you pull something out like Thunder Slam or Electro Punch, whatever, it shouldn't really be able to do anything to me unless it gets something devastating, but I can't really think of anything. Oh, something like Tase would be kind of devastating. Okay then, we got the rest off. We can actually just go for a Hydro Slash a couple of times and just like start weakening him, because they're just gonna keep gain draining, so it's not really worth it. We'll just go for damage at this point. Gain drain, yep. They predicted the Brawn boost. Here, we can actually go for the Brawn boost because they are going to have to rest here most likely. They actually don't. I'm assuming they went for Bag of Tricks again. So yeah, this is actually fine. Telekinetic Sweep, that's actually not a bad move to pull, but it misses. Oof. I love Bag of Tricks, man, but it is a very hit or miss. For me, usually miss, especially again health gifts and energy gifts when I don't need them. But yeah, with a rest and a Hydro Slash at +2, that should be enough to KO. Parting gift is a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. So this will give us actually +3 now as well, so very nice. Well, +1 to get us up to +3. Also, that did like half my health, that kind of sucks. Metronate does outspeed us unfortunately, so Akhalos is most likely going to go down here, which is fine. Actually, I think it's their last Loomian. It is their last Loomian. I can just bring in Revenant to revenge kill it, so we'll just go for Ice Hammer. Also, Ice Hammer is the move that you're mostly going to be clicking because it's your highest damage and even Ice Essence, but just having like Hydro Slash just as your water stab move, high critical hit chance, and Body Slam is mostly for like stuff like Luminami. Again though, personal preference if you actually want to like run something like that. Okay then. Well, we actually didn't really need the Esco Traps up, so I'm fine with that. Fire Breath should actually end the game because we outspeed, and Secret Abilities gets boosted, so double damage. Nice. Okay then. That went really well. Akhalos did work. And Health Gifter, so also nice. So yeah, let's hop into another battle then. Okay then, hopping into the next battle, I see a Null Nevermare, which I'm not exactly the biggest fan of. Also a Wintrix, which is pretty difficult to deal with. If I can like baffle it, we should be fine to like try and just get rid of it. And also I've got Revenant to revenge kill it pretty easily. Also, V-Scan Arapago, cool. So, gonna be kind of terrifying, but we can definitely make Akhalos work against this team. Okay then, I'm gonna go with this team, which I think might be the exact same team that we used last battle, but yeah, we're gonna try and get Esco Traps up first. If it's Ikazune lead, we can just pivot straight into our your snack. Also, Wintrix lead, unfortunately. So here, I think I'm definitely gonna want to go for Aqua Jaws, or we could actually get Esco Traps up for the ooh, this actually is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go for Ice Traps. Air Whip, is a little bit unfortunate, but it's fine. It doesn't actually two-shot us, and also it's Glide. It's not Wise, which means Akhalos can like swap in Frost Beam and Air Blade. Can't really do too much to Akhalos. That's actually really, really nice. So then we got. Wait, did I get flinched? I think I got flinched. That kind of sucks. Okay, we'll go for Rejuvenate Len. He's most likely going to go for... Oh, it's Air Whip, that's why it's not Air Blade, Air Whip. If you get a Nuller crit... Yeah, I got Rejuvenate... I mean, not a crit, a flinch. So yeah, not sure if I actually mentioned it in the last battle or not, but I'm running Nimble on this one. You can choose to run Brawny instead, it's just user preference, really. Nimble lets you outspeed a couple of things, like the Nimble Kirillon, which is kind of scary. But then the Brawny one lets you do more damage. And I did have a situation in one of the battles that won't be in this video, where I battled against a Zulong, my Akhalos could now outspeed it, but Ice Hammer was just like, just barely left on like 1 health, practically, which means, yeah, Akhalos died straight away. If I had Brawny, it would have been enough to one-shot. Okay then, we'll go for Poison here. Actually, I kind of want Aqua Jaws it. Yeah, I'm actually going to Aqua Jaws it, I think, here. Peace of mind again. This is actually getting a very scary Loomian. I'm pretty sure, though... oh, actually, it has a base 94 speed, so even if I baffle it, because it's got 2 glides up already, I'm not going to outspeed it, unfortunately, unless it's not running max speed. It's like a very smart one, I might be able to outspeed. We'll go Aqua Jaws again. I think we can actually take another Air Whip here, unless it flinches me, then it just KOs me next turn. Yeah, now they have Fleet. Another? Okay, I'm sorry, Blowtox, but I'm actually going to, like, sacrifice you here. Because I don't really have anything else to sacrifice. And then I'm going to go into Akhalos because Ice Water, we can just 2 times resist Air. We quad resist Ice, I'm pretty sure. And it doesn't have Deep Freeze, so it can't like hit it super effective. It has either Frost Beam or Brain Freeze, which lets you hit mine types like Meditoads. So yeah, we'll just go Akhalos here then. Because we already dropped its melee defense, we should be fine just to go for the, we could Hydro Slash, but Ice Hammer does more damage, and I would rather go for the damage just to like do as much damage as possible. Wintrix isn't very tanky. It can definitely like take one hit, but minus melee defense, it's not exactly going to be that great. Also, there's the Carolyn. If it's very nimble, it is going to outspeed us, but I'm pretty sure the X might get one-shots. It does, unfortunately. It actually got burned, so it's probably... Wait, well, it can get burnt from Ice Hammer, so I'm not sure why it got burnt. I'll Body Slam to like try and preserve a little bit of our energy. And yeah, nimble, Akhalos outspeeds nimble Carolyn. So that's actually perfect that we got it. Like in a battle, I guess. And there's my melee attack increase, so now Wintrix can't even like swap back in if it really does. If it does. Arapago though is kind of annoying because it has got Thunder Strike. You might be asking like, why does it have Thunder Strike? That's kind of weird. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We could actually go Ear Snack here. I don't think it's really worth it. I feel like Gobidemic is probably better, but we'll go Ear Snack to try and just avoid a potential paralyze on my Gobidemic. That would be really, really bad. So yeah, we'll go Ear Snack. We'll click Baffle. You never know. He might go back into Wintrix, and I'll go back into my Akhalos. So yeah, and I don't really want to take damage on my Gobidemic, so I might as well go into Ear Snack, use it as like a bridge between my Ear Snack and my Gobidemic, or between my Akhalos and my Gobidemic, I should say. But there's the Baffle. So now Akhalos can outspeed it, but it's not really worth going into that. We go into Gobidemic here because we can just Muck Blast, which is kind of scary for this. So Arapago they have, which I didn't write down, and Carolyn is already down, which is nice. So they still have two Loomians that we actually have no idea what they are. Could potentially be Nevermare, which is kind of a worry that I have, because Nevermare is scary. Very scary. That we are Arapago's down. It's not like a super like good PvP one, because it is a reskin, unfortunately. So it isn't going to be like very nimble. Well, probably don't want to run very nimble, but for example, like you can't run like Robust and Clever. You can only have like just Robust. Terra Claw. That's what the alone is. So this can actually have Rough Up, which can hit Akhalos fairly hard, but we'll go for the pivots, and also Icicle Trap did hit it, so we might be able to one-shot it at this range, potentially. Not really sure. But yeah, this should be fine. And I'm actually surprised he let the Arapago go down. He has a Terra Claw, a range tank. But this is fine. Helpless Drains. Is it the trapping one or is it the secret? It's the secret one, most likely then. We'll go for the Baffle then. We don't really need to Baffle on the Terra Claw, but I'm not gonna like just hard swap into my Akhalos. We don't want to take like a Rough Up or get unlucky and get poisoned, which unfortunately we did there. So we got Akhalos here. Even though we already sped it, that's fine. It's just a way to get us in without taking any damage. Easy peasy. And then we just click Ice Hammer. Nothing really wants to swap in. So yeah, there we are. There should be enough to KO, right? Nice. Even Nimble's going to be able to KO with the Icicle Traps. We're killing. And there's Aggressive, so now we're at +1, so Wintrix doesn't really want to swap in. And if it is the Nevermare, we already did test it in the last battle, we might be able to live it. There's a Wintrix. We're just going to stay in because there's not really a lot of energy, so even if they do choose to attack us, they only can attack us once. Air Whip, unless he flinches us, that would also suck, because he's been getting a lot of them. Why, doesn't really matter. Ice Hammer, nice, okay, there we are. Is it enough to KO this range? It is. Like I said, Wintrix doesn't really have like that much defenses. It can take like a hit here and there, but +1 Akhalos, 120 melee attack, I think we'll be fine. Okay, now this is actually kind of sketchy. Probably shouldn't really like choose to like stay in and attack, but we're going to because I don't really have like another option. So my plan here is, because Akhalos is at +2, if we live a hit, we just straight up one-shot the Nevermare. If we faint, we go Revenine, and we just click Shadow Sprints. And unfortunately, it does get the critical hit, and it does take us out. If it didn't get the critical hit, because it is only a 50% chance for it to happen, we could have lived. But now we can go Revenine. If it's Brawny, we outspeed it, but if it's Nimble, it actually like just barely speed creeps us. So we're actually going to have to go for the Shadow Sprint here, just to like try and get as much damage as possible. And it's level last Loomian, so we can do this. I guess we could go into our Ursnack Clan, Shadow Sprint it as well, which will actually be enough to KO it. But even if it wasn't, our Gobidemic can then outspeed it and just max, like try and basically just like maximize my potential damage output as possible. So yep, Eurosnack can come in, and Eurosnack's actually going to get a KO, which I don't think I've had for a very long time. But yeah, even though we have tank, we're quad weak to spirit, so we don't really want to take a crit one, especially as well. So there we are. And there's Akhalos, secret ability one. Like I said, like the beginning of the video, secret ability Akhalos, I feel like it's not. Most people aren't really going to prefer it over the normal ability. Aqua Body I feel like is just better in general. Avoid burns. You now resist fire instead of being neutral to it. So it like gives you more things to work with. So it's up to you if you want to run like the aggressive one. It is kind of like fun to use, I guess, because like I said, if you can like baffle on something like a Zulong, it's a little bit weakened, you can just KO it, get a aggressive boost, and then you can just like start snowballing, and you don't even have to go for a Brawn boost. You can get something like pretty tanky like the Terror Claw, or you can just like immediately start just going for damage and just progressively get more and more damage output as you get more KOs. So yeah, aggressive Akhalos, not terrible, but like I said, it's just preference really, but it's pretty fun. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and let's get onto the settling now. Getting onto the settling, I should mention that this Akhalos set is basically running the exact same one as my normal ability one, with a small difference, but I'm running Nimble 200 speed TPs, which lets us be as fast as possible, and it lets us outspeed things like Nimble Kirillin. 200 melee attack TPs, it lets us hit as hard as possible, and with the secret ability Aggressive, it lets us build up more damage over time if we secure KOs. And I should mention here as well, Brawny is completely fine to run over Nimble, it's just personal preference. I prefer Nimble to outspeed some things like the Kirillin, but if you want Brawny to do even more damage, go for it, it's up to you. The 56 range defense TPs is so Protagon, it gets a melee attack increase rather than a range attack increase. We actually don't really need to invest into energy, so we're just going to dump 4 into there, which at level 50 gives us 256 energy to work with, which is enough for all of our moves, mostly for Ice Hammer and Brawn Boost, which are both factors of 25. And finally, 40 health TPs are just leftovers. And I should mention for the item, I'm running Ice Essence, since the most common move we'll be clicking is going to be Ice Hammer. And finally, I'm actually running Hydro Slash on this specific secret ability Akhalos instead of Aqua Jaws, because it has 100% accuracy compared to Aqua Jaws' 95% accuracy, and also Hydro Slash has a higher crit chance rate, which means more damage output potentially if we get lucky and actually get the critical hit. Whereas for Aqua Jaws, it lowers like melee defense, but I feel like I would rather have the critical hit chance, which gives us more damage, over a melee defense drop, especially on the secret ability one. And that's basically it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.